Hi there, welcome to the Lad Mix Farm channel. It's Arthur here. Today we'd like to take you through how at Lad Mix Farm we ensure good health for goat kids for the first 4 months. One of the primary reasons is to make sure that we have a kids pen where the kids can be able to reside in a healthy environment. We ensure that we put dry grass of a good magnitude so that even when they're sleeping they feel that comfort. When they do the urinate, the urine goes down up to the floor, does not stagnate around the grass. But also we ensure to clean that pen every 2 weeks. We remove the grass and secure more dry grass and put in there. So it ensures that the goat does not feel the urine on it, but also reduces the smell. Then we also do daily checks. Remember, in dry places, sometimes fleas tend to, come up. So we ensure we do daily checks, and in case we sense any form of fleas trying to, come up, we get what we call doo-doo dust and we apply on the body of the goat kids. And we make sure that we really put it in such a way that the doo-doo dust goes beneath the fur and reaches those points where the fleas, hide. And so once you keep on doing that, you'll ensure that your goats are, first of all, fleas free, but we also do weekly spraying. Now this spraying, we use of course the same measurement of the acaricide, just like we spray the other goats that are grown up. In fact, when we do our mixtures, we start with the young kids and make sure that they are well sprayed. After that, we now embark on the mother flock. And that means we give priority to the goat kids and ensure that they are all safe and healthy. Now, we also make sure that we move around the kids' house to check for, ash that we put around the house of the goat kids to ward off red ants. Remember, currently, as the rains keep on raining, there is a menace of red ants at Lad Mix Farm. We are trying to identify the origins of these red ants, but sometimes it's very, very, very hard, because sometimes as they move, they create their path underneath the ground, and so it's very hard. And sometimes they enter a bush which is quite thick, and it's very challenging to identify the source so that we can be able to eliminate it. But as we try to do that, we make sure that we put ash around the kids' pen, and red ants don't associate very well with ash, and so it keeps the kids' pen quite safe from that menace. And so it is something that we always do whenever it has rained. And also the herdsmen, whenever they feel or hear any small noise in the kids' pen, because of one reason or the other, they are on the alert to wake up and check what could be happening. Sometimes it's not good to just leave and ensure that you just come back in the morning. You can either do those sporadic checks and see whether everything is fine. Sometimes these red ants tend to come very late in the night, and if it has rained and the ash is off, one is able to find another solution to try and ward off some of these red ants that attack them. Then of course we do deworming of the young goats. For us, we start at 2 weeks. We give 1 meal of the oral dewormer, because much as they have not started feeding, they keep on going licking on several spots and so forth. So we know that worms will tend to build, and as the young goats, those that are hybrid in nature, they are very, very fragile. Their immune system is quite low, and so we make sure that we provide that oral dewormer 1 meal after 2 weeks, and that one we do it for a period of 4 months, and making sure that they are fine. Even as they begin nibbling on the grass as they grow, we ensure that at least we cover that aspect that might affect them in their tummies. Of course, some cases you find when they are diureting, and so we use Sulfur Dam and give it to these young kids. We just get the whole tablet and chop it into 4 pieces. We give each piece per day for the next 4 days for this particular goat that is diureting. And you'll find after that period, it normalizes and recovers healthily, just like the other ones. Now, as I told you, as they continue growing, we make sure that after 1 month, we relax a bit. We don't really keep them indoors as such, but we put grass or fresh, juicy, leaves that we know that they like, and hang them somewhere so that they can continue nibbling on. We don't allow the goat kids to get out of the exercising yard or out of the places where they reside per se, to go and follow the mothers. No, we restrict them for the first 4 months. We instead bring in and make sure that they are getting enough water. For those that are testing, there are those even when they are still young, you see them trying to take some water. We also make sure that we bring in the grass in there within the exercising yard, and so they keep on feeding on that. So we ensure that they are not getting, wet feet unnecessarily. They don't get wet by hitting themselves on these tall grass that have dew. And so only when it starts raining, we make sure that we also take them inside. So by doing that, they are really protected from major challenges that would really affect a young goat from growing healthily. And so we do that, and it's a routine, and all who take care of the goats, they know that a young goat cannot go past the first entrance as they come out. So it is something that is helping us, ensuring that the young goats, remain healthy. So that's what we do. And of course, apart from that, ensuring that we check on the mothers. Do they have enough breast milk as the kid grows? There are those mothers that tend to reduce on the milk in their udders quite fast than the rate at which the kid is growing. You find after 2 months, the goat is behaving like as if it is weaning off the child. You find it's limited milk. And so with that, we try to find other solutions. In some cases, we support this young goat to access milk from another mother that has plenty, or one that has lost its kid, and so forth. And that's how we are, moving on as we try to manage the health of the goat kids at Lad Mix Farm. So if you find this information helpful, please try to use some of these practices we use. Tell us how it's working out on your side. And, we keep on journeying as we learn together. If you find this information helpful, why not? Consider subscribing, and thereby we shall be able to know that you appreciate, and we keep on journeying together. Thank you so much.